everything Real Housewives of Potomac stars have said about Karen Huger's jail sentence. Upon Karen Huger's recent DUI sentencing, many of her fellow Bravo personalities and other stars have shared their thoughts. "I am shook," Gizelle Bryant said during her February 26 event at City Winery. "This just happened today. I do not have her wigs. I am concerned. In all seriousness, I am concerned for her safety. Karen ain't cut out for jail." News broke several hours earlier that Huger, 61, was sentenced to 1 year in jail after being found guilty of driving under the influence. "No, I'm not an alcoholic, let's be clear," Huger had said in a pre-taped message during the recent RHOP reunion. "This is very frightening, but I accept full responsibility for everything that went on with my car accident. I don't care about me right now. I care about my children. I care about my family. They are so hurt." During the trial, Huger's attorney further claimed that the overuse of prescription medicine caused the traffic incident. Huger was charged with a DUI, a DWI, and driving recklessly after a March 2024 car accident. In December 2024, Huger was found guilty on nearly all charges except the count of reckless driving. Although we are disappointed in the jury's verdict, we of course respect their decision and appreciate their time hearing our case. Huger's attorney A. Scott Bolden said in a statement at the time, "We continue to reserve Mrs. Huger's right to an appeal and intend to fully pursue justice on her behalf. We appreciate your support and prayers for Mrs. Huger and her family at this time." Throughout the court case and the latest season of RHOP, Huger continued to maintain her innocence. Several of her co-stars, however, questioned what occurred. "I always knew she was guilty," Maya Thornton said on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen in January. "Sorry I did. It's very, very sad. I really feel like if she would have just owned up to what she did, then we would not know." Ahead of the verdict, Bryant also expressed sadness over the incident in an exclusive interview with Us Weekly earlier this month when asked about her colleague's potential prison sentence. "I mean, do I want to see her go to jail? Absolutely not. But do I want to see her take accountability? For sure," Bryant told us in February. "I don't know. I mean, Karen going to jail. That would break my heart. So we'll see." The streets of Potomac have been buzzing with the shocking news of the Grande Dame's legal woes. Karen Huger, the self-proclaimed matriarch of the Real Housewives of Potomac, has found herself in the hot seat after being sentenced to jail time for an alleged financial scandal. While the details of her case remain murky, one thing is certain: her castmates have not held back in reacting to the bombshell news. Gizelle Bryant, "I saw this coming." Gizelle Bryant, Karen's longtime frenemy, wasted no time sharing her thoughts. Appearing on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, Gizelle smirked as she delivered her take. "I mean, let's be real, Andy," she said, adjusting her emerald green jumpsuit. "The math wasn't mathing. You don't just wake up one day and owe that much money without something shady going on. Am I shocked? No. Do I feel bad? Also no." Gizelle then took to her podcast, Reasonably Shady, to further dissect the situation. "This is classic Karen," she told co-host Robin Dixon. "She loves to act like she's above it all, but the truth always comes out. The Grande Dame is looking a little less grand these days." Robin Dixon, "I'm just sitting back watching." Robin Dixon, who has had a roller coaster friendship with Karen, kept her reaction more neutral at first. "I'm just sitting back and watching this unfold," she told the Jasmine brand. "Honestly, I don't wish jail on anyone, but, I mean, if you do the crime, you've got to do the time." However, on a later episode of her podcast, Robin couldn't resist taking a jab. This is the same woman who called me a tacky broke woman for years. And now look at her, she quipped. Karma has a funny way of working, doesn't it? Ashley Darby. This is so sad, but also wow. Ashley Darby, always the diplomatic one, expressed a mixture of shock and sympathy. I feel for her, I really do, Ashley said during an Instagram live session. I can't imagine what this must be like for her family. But at the same time, I mean, wow. You never think something like this will happen to someone you actually know. Still, Ashley couldn't help but spill a little tea. We always wondered how Karen kept that lifestyle up, but we never pressed too hard. Maybe we should have. Candia Stillard Bassett. And she had the nerve to talk about my finances. Candia Stillard Bassett did not hold back. The singer and reality star, who has had her fair share of verbal spats with Karen, took to Twitter, now X, with some pointed words. This woman came for my finances, my husband, and my life choices for years, she tweeted. And now look at her. Sitting in a jail cell, probably still trying to act like she's the Queen of Potomac. The delusion is wild. On Reality Rundown, Candice elaborated, she had the nerve to call me little girl and tell me to grow up. But who's in jail now? Not me, sis. Not me. Wendy Osifo. What happened to the etiquette queen? Dr. Wendy Osifo, ever the professor, took a more intellectual approach to the drama. This just goes to show that money and status don't always equate to integrity, she said on The Breakfast Club. Karen always positioned herself as the epitome of class and grace, but if you're committing fraud behind the scenes, what does that say about you? Wendy also made a subtle dig on Instagram, posting a quote that read, "What's done in the dark will always come to light." Fans immediately took it as shade toward Karen. Maya Thornton, I'm praying for her, but also wow. Maya Thornton, who has had a turbulent relationship with Karen, initially played it safe. I'm praying for her, Mia said during an interview with Entertainment Tonight. Jail is no joke, and I wouldn't wish that on anyone. But at the same time, wow. However, in a leaked voice memo, Mia was heard saying, "See, this is why I don't trust these women. They act like they're better than me, but look where they end up." Karen Huger speaks out, "I will rise again." Despite the backlash, Karen has remained defiant. In a statement released by her attorney, she said, "I have always maintained my innocence, and I will continue to fight for justice. This is not the end of the Grande Dame. I will rise again." Karen also made a dramatic return to Instagram with a cryptic post. A black and white photo of herself with the caption, "A queen never falls, she rests." The fans react. Fans of RHOP have had a field day with this scandal. Twitter has been flooded with memes. TikTok users have reenacted Karen's courtroom moments, and Bravo fan accounts have been dissecting every detail. One viral tweet read, Karen said she was the institution of Potomac. I guess she meant a federal institution. Another fan wrote, Giselle is probably throwing a Karen's in jail party as we speak. What's next? As Karen begins her sentence, the burning question remains, will she return to RHOP? Bravo has not commented, but insiders claim producers are already planning next season around Karen's legal drama. One thing's for sure, Potomac will never be the same.